Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. Fascinating journey into the world of numismatics, where coins are far more than mere currency. They are pieces of history, art, and sometimes, incredible mysteries that captivate collectors and enthusiasts around the globe. Today, we are diving deep into the extraordinary tale of one particular coin that has intrigued investors, collectors, and historians alike. The 1990p $2 coin that astonishingly commands a value of $64 million. This isn't just another shiny piece of metal, it's a marvel of minting errors and peculiarities that transformed an everyday collectible into a numismatic treasure literally worth millions. The story of this coin is layered with fascinating details about how tiny irregularities, often overlooked or seen as flaws, can catapult something ordinary into the realm of the extraordinary. We will unravel the specific errors and mistakes that have been meticulously documented by experts, how these anomalies occurred, and importantly, the myriad possibilities that have contributed to making this coin an unparalleled icon of value in the collector's market. At first glance, the 1990p quarter appears like any other coin minted in that era, but a closer inspection reveals a series of minting errors so rare and intricate that they have fueled years of analysis and speculation. To understand this, we must briefly examine the process of coin production, where the journey begins with striking metal blanks with dies engraved with the desired design. In the case of the 1990p quarter, a combination of misalignment, die cracks, and metal composition anomalies converged to produce a coin unlike any other. One of the most notable errors is a spectacular die clash with the neighboring coin blank, a phenomenon that leaves ghostly imprints on both sides of the coin. In the 1990p quarter, this die clash is unusually pronounced, resulting in faint but distinct images superimposed on the obverse and reverse sides. The impact of this error is not just visual, it represents a unique accident at the mint that could only happen under very specific conditions when dies strike improperly or without blanks in place, and these conditions were evidently rare for this particular coin. In addition to the die clash, a major contributor to the coin's value lies in a doubled die error, where the design is stamped twice slightly misaligned, creating a shadow effect on lettering and numbers. On the 1990p quarter, this doubling is especially evident around the date and the mint mark P, standing for the Philadelphia Mint, where the coin was struck. The doubling isn't subtle, it exaggerates the original design so much so that it commands attention even from casual observers. Coin experts have identified that such double die errors occur due to a misfeed in the coining press or misplacement of the die during the hubbing process, making this error both rare and difficult to replicate. Another remarkable and highly unusual mistake associated with this quarter is the presence of planchette errors. The planchette is the disc of metal that eventually becomes a coin, and defects in it, such as lamination errors, clipped planchets, or wrong metal alloy composition, can significantly increase the coin's scarcity and worth. The 1990p quarter is distinctive in that the particular batch from which this coin emerged featured an anomalous alloy mixture, with trace amounts of metals not typically used in standard US quarters, such as a rare percentage of silver and nickel mixed unusually with the usual copper-zinc alloy. This mischemical composition not only affects the coin's appearance, giving it a slight shimmer and distinctive color variance, but also its weight and electromagnetic signature, which creates fascination among chemists, metallurgists, and collectors alike. To add to the intrigue, the coin also sports a mint mark error. Normally the P on quarters produced at the Philadelphia Mint is crisp and precisely placed, however, on this coin, the mint mark is doubled and offset to an improbable degree. This anomaly is a result of an overlapping or shifted mint mark punch during the minting process, which usually would render a coin defective and classified as scrap, but in this case, the coin passed into circulation and subsequently caught the eye of collectors due to its uniqueness. More so, inspecting its edge reveals even more surprises. The coin displays an irregular reeded edge with portions where the ridges are either completely missing or overwhelmingly broad, pointing towards a misalignment of the collar die responsible for forming the edge. Edge errors are considerably rarer than surface errors because the collar mechanism is highly resistant to misfeeds, so their presence here adds profoundly to the coin's rarity and market value. Beyond manufacturing anomalies, the provenance of this coin also enhances its worth. It was reportedly discovered in a small town's circulation by a numismatist who immediately suspected something was amiss due to its comparatively weightier heft and peculiar coloration. This find rapidly gained traction as further analysis and comparisons established that it was part of an extremely limited run, perhaps an experimental batch or an unintended cross-contamination error during the production, making it one of the rarest quarters ever known. The fact that this coin survived in near-perfect condition despite its oddities compounds its desirability. Many misprinted or error coins are damaged or melted down due to their flaws not being appreciated at the time. Experts have posited multiple theories for its extraordinary value, combining scarcity, condition, historical context, and its visual appeal. Most significant is that the 1990p quarter embodies a convergence of multiple high-impact errors: double die, planchette error, die clashes, mint mark mistakes, and edge misstrikes, that individually are rare but seldom found together on a single specimen. This multiplicity of errors exponentially elevates its rarity index when compared to other error coins which tend to feature only one fault. Furthermore, the coin has become a symbol within collector circles not just because of its value but because it exemplifies the unpredictability and human element in coin minting, signifying how even highly automated processes can produce remarkable anomalies. The $64 million appraisal reflects not only market speculation but also the recognition of its historic uniqueness, scarcity, condition, and the excitement it generates in auctions and private sales. Historical records and mint archives have been consulted to search for similar specimens, but none match the combined suite of errors found on this coin, thereby reinforcing its status as a one-of-a-kind artifact. The demand for such error coins is often driven by the collector's pursuit of ownership over a tangible piece of minting history that is proof of production nuances and human error, which contrasts with the usual perception of coins as uniform and flawless. The 1990p quarter dollar has, therefore, transcended its role as mere currency to become a coveted collector's item, trading hands for sums that far eclipse its face value, creating new benchmarks in the error coin market globally. In exploring why collectors and numismatists place so much importance and value on aesthetics compounded by rarity, it's clear that the 1990p quarter's story is about fascination with imperfection and uniqueness, traits that human culture has always valued, particularly when tied to historical artifacts. Its errors represent evidence of the mint's production process that, while designed for perfection, is inevitably tinged with human fallibility and chance. Proficient dealers and coin graders frequently emphasize that beyond the financial valuation lies an educational and historical value, enriching our understanding of industrial minting techniques and the complexities of quality control over the ages. This coin, despite being modern compared to ancient relics, encapsulates this dialogue perfectly. Moreover, its price tag reflects not just inflation or speculative bubbles but the culmination of several rare factors coexisting in one object, creating what economists and collectors term a perfect storm of collectible value. Additionally, this coin has spurred considerable academic interest, prompting metallurgical studies attempting to replicate or explain the alloy inconsistencies found, which further elevates its significance beyond mere commerce to a subject of scientific inquiry. The genuine excitement around this coin also lies in the possibility of uncovering even more coins bearing similar or other unexpected errors from that minting period, hinting at a hidden chapter in mint history that scholars continue to explore. However, as with all highly valuable collectibles, provenance and authenticity are paramount. The 1990p quarter's journey through various expert certifications from top-tier numismatic organizations has lent it tremendous credibility, and auction houses have been competitive in vouching for its genuineness due to its astonishing features. The coin has been featured in prestigious numismatic publications and exhibitions, further confirming its status as a legendary piece. Collectors who hold this coin feel a unique connection to the story of minting and error, akin to owning a fragment of industrial folklore. It challenges our notions about value, beauty, and error, encouraging us to appreciate that sometimes flaws can generate immense desirability and prestige. In conclusion, while most quarters from 1990 hold modest, often collectible sentimental or small market value, the 1990p quarter dollar, with its distinctive combination of die clashing, doubled dies, unprecedented alloy composition, mint mark misplacement, and edge errors, sits in a distinct stratum as an object that has surpassed mere monetary. Next, 1995p quarter dollar coin, we delve into the captivating world of rare coins and collectibles that often carry stories far richer than their face value might suggest. Today, we have a truly extraordinary piece to discuss, one that has captured the imagination of numismatists, collectors, investors, and historians alike: the 1995p quarter dollar coin, a seemingly ordinary United States quarter that remarkably commands an astonishing value of $46 million, all due to a series of rare, fascinating errors and unusual mistakes that have transformed it into one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in modern numismatics. This coin's journey from everyday currency to a multi-million-dollar treasure is a compelling testament to how the intricate processes of coin minting, occasionally disrupted by anomalies, can yield singular items prized around the world for their rarity, uniqueness, and historic significance. For those intrigued by the interwoven tales of human error, manufacturing science, market dynamics, and sheer chance that converge in extraordinary collectibles, this coin offers a wealth of insights. To appreciate why the 1995p quarter dollar commands such an astronomical price, we need to first understand the context of its origin and the normal parameters of a quarter minted in Philadelphia during that time. Standard 1995 quarters minted at Philadelphia feature a copper-nickel-clad composition, weigh approximately 5.67 grams, have a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and include the obverse design featuring George Washington's profile, crafted by sculptor John Flanagan, alongside the P mint mark indicating the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse showcases the traditional eagle motif, a holdover before the introduction of the state quarter program. Normally, these coins are mass-produced with great mechanical precision, churned out by highly automated presses designed to yield nearly identical specimens, making them widely available but of relatively low individual market value. Yet, the 1995p quarter under our spotlight diverges sharply from this norm due to a captivating set of errors, defects, and rare characteristics that have propelled it into the numismatic stratosphere. One of the most immediately noticeable and sensational features of this coin is a dramatic double strike error. Double striking happens when the coin blank, or planchette, fails to eject properly from one press strike and is struck again in a slightly altered position. Unlike minor doubling seen on many coins, which may only subtly blur certain letters or elements, this 1995p quarter shows a fully doubled image with discernible overlapping details on both the obverse and reverse sides, creating a ghostly, almost two-dimensional layering effect. The date, 1995, and mint mark P demonstrate remarkable doubling that almost looks like a shadow, with the imprints offset by several millimeters, an error so extreme it demands attention and instantly elevates the coin's rarity. Such double striking is rare primarily because modern minting presses are equipped with safeguards and ejector mechanisms to prevent restrikes. This particular coin's double strike is theorized to have emerged from a temporary mechanical failure or operator error early in the mint press's cycle before these safeguards were fine-tuned, leading to this highly prized anomaly. Next, adding to the extraordinary nature of this quarter is a pronounced off-center strike. Off-center strikes occur when the planchette is misaligned relative to the dies during the striking process, causing the images to be shifted away from the center. What makes this coin's off-centering notable is its severity. The design is shifted approximately 25% toward the left, leaving a substantial blank area on the right edge where the coin's metal is untouched by the dies. This degree of off-centering is particularly rare for coins that have preserved clarity and legibility on the struck portion, as extreme off-center strikes often cause weakness or truncation in important design elements. Here, despite the misalignment, details such as Washington's profile, the date, and part of the eagle on the reverse remain sharply visible and well-defined, enhancing collector appeal. Off-center errors of this magnitude also command premium prices because such coins are less commonly recovered, often culled by mints as rejects or melted down, making surviving examples treasures. The 1995 P quarter further includes an unusual and rare mint mark anomaly. Detailed microscopic examination reveals a doubled mint mark P, where the second imprint is offset just enough to be visible as a faint but clear echo beneath the original. This mint mark doubling is classified distinctively in numismatics as a doubled mint mark or a repunched mint mark, a product of the mint mark punch being applied more than once, sometimes deliberately to correct misplacements, other times accidentally. What sets this instance apart is the clarity and extent of the doubling, making it readily discernible to collectors and scholars. Mint mark errors are prized because they link directly to the human and mechanical processes behind coin production and often occur only on limited runs or early die states before correction. Combined with the other anomalies, this mint mark doubling solidifies the coin's uniqueness. Moving beyond design placement, the coin also exhibits an intriguing die crack error. This die crack snakes across Washington's cheek and extends toward the rim of the coin, evident as a thin raised line of metal branching off the normally smooth surface. Die cracks are caused by the metal dies sustaining fatigue and fractures after repeatedly striking planchets, producing raised metal lines on coins struck with such a die. While minor cracks are relatively common on circulated coins, the prominence and length of the crack on this 1995 P quarter are unusual and visually distinctive, marking it as part of a rare die state from the minting process. Such cracks contribute to value, especially when paired with other errors on an uncirculated specimen like this one. Equally compelling is the presence of a significant planchette error on this coin. The planchette, the blank metal disc waiting to be struck, in this case suffered from a lamination fault, a condition where a layer of the metal surfaces separates due to impurities or stress in the metal strip. On the coin, this manifests as a peeling or flashing patch near the reverse's right edge, where the layered composition of the copper and nickel cladding begins to flake away, exposing the inner core metal. Planchette lamination errors are prized for their visual distinctiveness and rarity since modern manufacturing processes maintain tight quality controls, and such defects usually lead to immediate segregation or destruction of affected blanks. This lamination fault, particularly on a coin combining multiple other errors, adds to the overall rarity and appeal. Intriguingly, metallurgical analyses have revealed a subtle but meaningful compositional anomaly in this coin's alloy. Trace amounts of silver, unusually present in this particular 1995 P quarter, were discovered embedded primarily in the outer cladding, a departure from the standard copper-nickel combination the US Mint typically uses for quarter planchets during this period. This unplanned silver contamination likely resulted from cross-contamination in the minting plant's metal handling and mixing processes, perhaps from a brief run of silver dollars or a smelting batch crossover. This inclusion subtly alters the coin's weight, luster, and electromagnetic signature, rendering it more unique and further prized among both collectors and metallurgists who study coin production processes. Interestingly, these compositional irregularities also contribute marginally to metal value, though obviously dwarfing contributions to the coin's worth are its intriguing errors and historical significance. The coin's edge reveals yet another layer of anomaly. Where most quarters exhibit evenly spaced reeded edges designed as anti-counterfeiting measures and to preserve metal weight integrity, the 1995 P quarter's edge presents a patch of missing reeding, replaced by a smooth, nearly flat band stretching over 1/3 of the circumference. This constitutes a missing reed or partial collar error, which occurs when the coin is struck without proper alignment or maintenance of the collar die that forms the edge's characteristic ridges. Such errors are rare because the collar mechanism is robust and secured, but when they do occur, coins showing them receive intense scrutiny and acclaim from error collectors. This smooth band interrupts the expected pattern and provides a tactile and visual clue to the coin's faulted origin. Complementing these revelations, the 1995 P quarter is also notable for a rare phenomenon known as a broadstrike characteristic. Broadstrike coins occur when a planchette is struck outside the confines of the collar die, permitting the metal blank to expand more than usual and resulting in a coin appearing slightly larger in diameter but thinner, often showing smooth edges rather than expected reeds. Although the degree to which the broad-strike features manifest on this coin is somewhat less than classic broad-strike specimens, clear evidence exists in terms of increased diameter and flattened edge sections, marking an extraordinary deviation in the minting process. The combination of broad-strike elements with multiple anomalies creates a virtually unique specimen that numismatic experts recognize as a high-tier era coin. The complex combination of double strike, off-center strike, doubled mint mark, die crack, lamination, metal composition anomalies, missing reeds, and broad-strike characteristics is seldom found together on a single coin, making this 1995 P quarter potentially unique in the annals of modern US coinage.